Dear colleagues, good day. I'm very happy to see all of you here. And first and foremost, I would like to thank the RIPE team for an excellent organization of this event. And most importantly, for this opportunity to meet everyone in person to discuss the ongoing collaboration and to find ways for future partnerships. And of course, I'm also very thankful for the very interesting topics that are being raised at the conference. Well, yesterday, having learned about the topics of the conference, I understood that talking to the professionals who work in Kazakhstan and other countries of Central Asia, telling them, anything about the role of IXPs in internet connectivity is not correct. So I decided to shift the focus of my presentation to how it is seen and perceived by the other countries and what kind of collaboration and cooperation we can have on this. So some literacy update. Maybe some of you do not quite remember of what kind of advantages the IXP offers. The traditional approach without the IXPs that my colleague Ilya presented is where the local traffic is chaotic or organized. It gets organized on a platform, and then the main objectives that are achieved were the optimization, the rerouting, cost cutting, and we now observe the second approach being a remote IX, when IX grows into something bigger rather than a local IXP. So we already see some kind of global examples. DGX is one of the brightest examples of such approach. And you, partners and colleagues, you are very well familiar with the approach. So actually, they've done it so that you can't actually determine whether there is an IX or they are still an IX company or they are a communication operator now. So considering the previous presentation as well, I would like to talk about the kind of the shift that we at Peter IX have. So rerouting goes through the main nodes or node points that are in Russia and St. Petersburg, and then can be distributed across the network. So given what the regulator has said, that there are some geographic restrictions, there is a regulation, and there is a topology of the network infrastructure. The colleagues from Central Asia must and have to develop their local IXPs. So being a company that has a well-distributed network and that has the transboundary joints, crossing joints with a different number of operators, we see our role in supporting Central Asian countries and supporting their access to the international operators and to the content that is localized mostly in Russia and Russian Federation, SIS, and Russian Federation. So the advantages, and actually these are the advantages of a remote IX, is the opportunity to receive the wind transit and all operators' data through tier 1. So a couple of words about the company itself. We have IXPs in 23 cities. We have more than 550 unique autonomous systems. 4+ the terabytes is the daily peak load. 26.7 is the established capacity for all the participants of the network. Now, let me kind of talk about the peculiarities of the region. We could discuss it separately. So there are some limitations or restrictions and peculiarities actually that can be observed for the region of Central Asia. First of all, there are some restrictions on European content, which can be manifested in different way. So the content doesn't put itself in a kind of full-fledged cache because they have their own internal policies. Also, we're talking about the distances and the region being remote and very far from the European continent. And maybe rhetoric is a little more complex. And to that end, I'm sure that something's already being done, but it can be kind of documented as a peculiarity of the region. And the related problem is the limited capacity, kind of traffic through capacity. The traffic goes through the trunk line, then the whole chain of the operator incurs certain losses, financial and technical losses, and access to traffic and the cache speed get lowered, get reduced. As for the IXP connections and options, our network offers connection to a large IXP through VLAN. Ports and no physical equipment is required, and provided the regulator is on board, then the Central Asian operators can be connected to the IXP points close to content generation locations. Our vision our approach might be evolutionary, somewhat evolutionary, and we would like to actually provide multilateral and global support to development of your local IXs, and we would like to be partners with you and to act as partners for your physical connection points. So some brief info about the company again. When it comes to the nodes, we have M9 nodes that are connected to the largest telecommunication operators. That's in Bishkek, and a few months passed since we began negotiating, adding additional crossing points where kind of border crossing points where local operators will be connected through new physical connections. And this is the way the work is done. I mean, we in Kazakhstan, we have very active collaboration and negotiations with the operators. In Uzbekistan, we kind of are in negotiation due to liberalization of the legislation. In Tajikistan, in 2 months' time, we will start connecting the operators. So, I mean, I do not want to disclose any names of the companies, but let me assure you that the work is ongoing, the negotiations are ongoing, and I invite you to come and approach me and to talk to me. And we see all these opportunities, and we're, of course, open for any kind of collaboration, any kind of cooperation, and we're ready to discuss any sort of